My fabric has arrived for these chairs I found on Facebook. I've ordered the Bang Mustard from Anna Hayman, a textile designer here in the UK. It's a printed velvet and very art deco, which does suit the chairs. It's not my favourite choice of fabric, but hey, you asked for it, so I'm reupholstering the chairs in the fabric you picked. I'm going to be looking at pattern matching. This is the armchair at the moment. I'm going to pop the cushion back on. I want the pattern of my fabric to start at the top, and it needs to be matched to the top of my seat. It then needs to be matched on the border and onto the seat base. So even though I'm not going to be upholstering the back yet, that's what I'll be upholstering very first, my seat base. But to get to my seat base, I have to work out what the pattern is going to be like on the inside back and seat. This is one of the cushions, and from the second cushion I have taken off one of the top panels. I'm going to transfer this onto my paper template just so I can make sure the cushion is even before I cut out my fabric. I have pinned the top seat panel of fabric to my paper, and then I'm going to get my permanent marker and just draw the way around the perimeter, bearing in mind here that I am making the cushion with the added seam allowance for stitching. I've cut out the paper template, giving myself an extra 1 centimetre on either side. I just want to make sure I try and line up both edges when I fold it in half. So side edges, that front edge and that back edge. And I can just see the permanent marker through the underside of the paper template. So I'm folding it in half and trying to get my lines to match up as best as possible, giving it a good crease and fold once I'm happy. And then I'm going to evenly cut around half of my template, so each side will be perfectly symmetrical when I open it back out. Once I've cut out the paper template, I've popped it onto my fabric and I've lined up the pattern with the centre back and the centre front. And I'm going to cut the first seat panel out and place it on the top of my seat cushion on my chair, just to visually have a quick look to see what I'm working with. And now I'm going to cut out the border for the seat cushion. That's the next step I'm going to do. I've now cut the border and I'm just lining that up on the front of my seat cushion. I've also managed to cut a whole piece of fabric for my seat base, but I have added a little fly in brown fabric at the back, which will go past my frame so you won't see it. And I'm just checking here that everything lines up, the inside back, the seat and the seat lip. And now I can finally crack on with the reupholstery of these chairs, starting with the seat base.